You know, we might as well just go into the review right now. I usually skip the, you know, a B or B into the thing, but I'll just tell you my Sonic 3 review real quick. You know, I've reviewed the first movie and the second one, and, you know, I saw it yesterday, and this will be spoilers, I suppose. You know, I'm not going to go into in-depth as much as my previous reviews here, but, you know, this is a video game stream, so don't expect, like, super in-depth, like, wow, the angles and, you know, whatever. But I enjoyed it. I saw it with bacon, and, you know, all I can say is it was an entertaining movie, and I thought Keanu Reeves did exceptionally well as Shadow the Hedgehog. You know, I said this before, we did like a shitpost stream where we put in a bunch of like Linkin Park, and it's synced up really well. But, you know, I said this before, but I don't like it when, like, movie actors replace voice acting talent. Yes, because they draw money, but I'll say this about Keanu Reeves. I really like Keanu Reeves. He is charisma max, you know what I mean? He's a really wonderful human being, and I like him. I like a lot of his movies, you know. I actually haven't seen John Wick, but, you know, Bill and Ted, Bill and Sperm. But, you know, I was like, oh man, is this gonna be Keanu Reeves going up to the microphone and like, I can't distance his voice, like, from hearing, like, he's Shadow, but he's Keanu Reeves. But I thought after a while, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm into this, you know? And I think, the fact that he played the role seriously, you know, he wasn't, like, goofing off. Wall Stallion! Well, I know Kung Fu. I enjoyed it. I think the overall movie, I was a little late to the movie theater, by the way. I was about 10 minutes late. I had streamed that morning. I went to sleep. I woke up like 20 minutes and him messaging like, hey, we're at the movie theater. And an ironic twist of fate, that happened last time I was watching another movie at the theater with Bacon, which was Alien Romulus, where he slept through the entire thing outside. Like, I was waiting and he didn't show up, and it was like, oh fuck, I was so tired, so we had to, you know, reschedule it. But I was like 5 minutes late, and apparently the only thing I missed in the movie was the pre-trailers and just like 10 seconds into the movie where apparently you see Shadow the Hedgehog crash in a meteorite on Earth. But everything else I saw. But this is like where you just talk about the fucking movie, dickhead. But I'll say this. I think I said this on Sonic 2. Movie popcorn nowadays, I don't know if this is my theater, but goddamn it, does it suck. When I was a kid, movie popcorn was like, it was so hot and like, damn, this is so different from microwavable popcorn. But I can't taste the fucking difference nowadays. I might as well like bring my own popcorn. It's like, what? And they charge like about $20 for it. It's crazy. Like, no wonder people sneak in snacks into the theater. But anyway, Sonic 3, I really enjoyed it, and it's kind of weird. I mean, I know these movies are kind of like, you know, kids movies or whatever, but I genuinely enjoy the Sonic team, like Knuckles, Tails, and Sonic. Like, I like these characters a lot. But I'll say this, the humans in the movie, besides Jim Carrey, of course, felt like they were like carryovers from a failed experiment. Where the first movie is just a buddy cop movie, and it's like they just had to find something for them to do because they were almost like saying like, fuck, we're stuck with this shit now, god damn it. But I mean, they have something to do in the movie, but it just felt like they did this little back and forth thing in the house, and they said, you know, like, oh, it's so good that Sonic is doing his own thing now we can have more time to ourselves. And I'm like, this is felt like a big, oh fuck, we fucked up, you know. But you know, anyway, highlight of the movie for me was definitely Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is fantastic as Eggman and Gerald. Now, here's a little ironic twist of fate. Just like the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I learned lore about things I should know. Okay, I played Sonic Adventure 1. I haven't played 2. I played a mod with Mario in it briefly at one point, but for me, I know Shadow the Hedgehog more through his PlayStation 2 game, but I didn't actually really know who Maria was. And I didn't know about, you know, Gerald. I'm like, all these things, man. I hope that the movie stays accurate to Sonic Adventure 2 lore. But for me, I was like, that's what it was all about? Okay. But I did a deep dive on a wiki because I'm like, well, not in a Bill and Sperm kind of way. Not Bill Clinton. But I did read about it. And apparently there's some slight minor variations or deviations from the source. But mostly it's the same thing. And I got really invested in Shadow's character. I'm like, I really enjoyed like Shadow the Hedgehog in the movie. Like in the games. And I'm like, fuck, I just gotta play Sonic Adventure 2 at some point now, huh? But, yeah, anyway, regardless, this music is a little too fast for me. Sonic Fighters, why not? But anyway, and yeah. I enjoyed the movie. Highlights for me was definitely, you know, Jim Carrey and, you know, Shadow the Hedgehog. I felt during this movie, at no point did I, like, start looking at my phone and play Ballatra instead. So that's a high praise, I guess. I definitely think that this might be the best Sonic movie. It's like a strong contender versus the previous one. But, I enjoyed it. I wouldn't, like, give it a score from 1 till 10. Because I still have to, like, maybe watch it again on some streaming service and, like, really sit down. Because when you're watching a movie in the theaters, it's quite different than, you know, in the comfort of your own home. Because everything seems, like, much bigger and better. And then you watch it on a tiny screen and you're like, oh, okay. I did not watch a Knuckles show, by the way, if you're curious about that. And I don't want to, because the way I absorb media, if I watch something that's a prequel, or if it's something that happened in the past or whatever, it feels like the characters have grown and, like, learned things. And it's like watching an awkward family photo of yourself, like, hey, get fucking rid of that. You know, and apparently that show is just about Knuckles in a bowling tournament. Like, there's nothing at stake, you know? Yeah. What else was I gonna say? The show was a waste of time. Knuckles isn't even in it, really. There's barely any Knuckles in it. Well, I can guess why. Cost a fuck ton of money to produce that CGI, you know. Unrelated, but very related to the movie. There was I call it the Worf effect. I hate the Worf effect. And if you don't know what the Worf effect is, in Star Trek The Next Generation, Worf, Klingon warrior, he was the muscle, right? To show that there's something bigger and worse, they haven't beat up Worf. And this happens throughout the entire series, which makes, you know, Worf seem super weak and, like, inept at his job. And I kind of got that feeling when they fought Shadow a little bit. And like, oh, Knuckles ate shit, and, you know, Sonic eats shit. Out of context. But, one thing that bothered me in this movie is that Sonic gets the, you know, the Emerald, Master Emerald, and activates Super Sonic. And it's been, like, nerfed. I know in the games, I think in Sonic 3... literally on Angel Island, like, Knuckles, like, bops him in the head, and he loses it. So I guess in a way that's true to, the games. But I felt like, god damn it, like, all that shit we worked for in the previous movies, it mattered for nothing. You know, I hate that, you know. Shit sucks, but I understand, you know, Shadow's super powerful and all that stuff, but, there was a couple of moments in this movie where I was watching it and thinking, what the fuck? It felt like I was watching Superman 4. They start fighting on the moon, and they're breathing. And no one else has called this out. Now, I know they're Mobians, right? But what the fuck? I mean, it's bad enough that they breathe, but they're, like, talking to... Now, maybe they don't breathe oxygen. Maybe it's just a cartoon movie for kids, but they're aliens. Yeah, I mean, they do go into the stratosphere burning up at one point, but, you know. But I enjoyed it. I do like the slow transformation between each movie where Jim Carrey goes from movie Robotnik into Robotnik, like Dr. Eggman. So it's nice for them to be embracing the actual source material and feel it's representative of what the game should be. And I think at this point, they've hit a stride where okay, now you're actually watching Sonic. The only thing that's awkward to watch is these human characters. And probably some people will give me shit for saying this, but I know human characters are, like, also essential to Sonic anyway. You know, if you watch Sonic X, remember that kid? But, I don't know, the problem is, I like Donut Lord or whatever, but it just feels like whenever they're on screen, I wish they would have axed that, cut it out, and had more Sonic in it. You know what I mean? Because I feel... Okay, spoilers, I guess, but I said it at the start. They have to find the key to the big orbital fuck you laser that Gerald built, and it's in the gun headquarters in London. And how to do it is that I barely remember his name. I'm just gonna call him Man. Man and wife has to sneak in through London security in holographic versions of, like, other people. And the entire time I'm thinking, you know, it would be really good if we just had this scene cut, and so we can have more, you know, Sonic eating chili dogs or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, but I enjoyed it. I don't have too much to say about it, but there was brain rot in this movie. There was some brain rot in this movie, that, I'll go into the brain rot later. I'll just say this. There's a couple of things in this movie that generally made me laugh. I forget the actual context of what he said, but, Eggman is talking a lot about something. And again, this is, like, embarrassing, because I'm like, you saw the movie yesterday, dickhead. Why the fuck don't you remember? All I remember was laughing at a point where Dr. Eggman says, sorry about my trauma dumping. It just feels weird to have these characters kind of, like, mimetically, meta reference things that we do. You know, that made me laugh. But there was also another weird moment where Pokemon is acknowledged inside the world of Sega. Now, for me, listen, if I was making a Mario movie and I referenced Spyro, I would have had my head cut off. Now, I get it. You know, Nintendo won. They usurped Sega into their brand, sort of, because, you know, Mario and Sonic Olympics. But I feel like Nintendo should have shut that shit down real quick. They should have ran that by Nintendo lawyers, because if you don't know, they're in a Japanese, like, cafe called the Chow Garden, which was, you know, like, I get it, like, but anyway, one of the characters says to Tails, oh, I thought you were Detective Pikachu. And I thought, slow down, what? That was weird as hell for me, but, you know, it is, whatever. But I'll say this, I guess this is a problem because I've been hanging out with Mike, and Mike is a weird pervert, okay? If you go to Mike's sewage streams, you'll find so much pregnant Sonic and Shadow the Hedgehog with nice cook. And I had that in the back of my mind as I was watching this. And during the fight scene between Shadow and Sonic, I was just imagining, like, because there's a point where Shadow the Hedgehog puts, like, handcuffs on Sonic from behind, close up. And I'm thinking, I'm not gonna check my phone and look this up on Google, because there's gonna be Google pictures of that everywhere. I'm like, the internet gotta calm down, all right? Because they can, like, Mike hasn't watched this, but I'm guaranteeing that if he watches it loudly in the audience, is gonna go, come! And, you know, but hey, that brain rot. But seriously though, I enjoyed the movie a lot. I think that they might be making a Sonic 4, and I will see that too. However, I will say this. Spoilers, big spoilers for the end of the movie. There's always the end of the movie sort of, whoa, you know. Weirdly enough, nobody left the movie theater at this point. I swear to God, most movies I see in theaters, people leave the moment the credits show up. You know, they don't care about the fucking finale teaser or whatever. They just start leaving and walking. I'm like, what the fuck is still shit left of the movie? What the fuck? You know, whatever. Unrelated. I'm skipping from top of the topic. It's very jarring to listen to. My bad. But there were literal infants in this movie theater. And I know it's a bit of geared towards kids, but it's a family movie, you know. Which is kind of like why they were there, I guess. But there was literal toddlers in the movie theater seats. Like, I'm talking like newborns. Throughout the entire movie, when people were talking and it was really quiet, I heard, yeah! And I'm like, oh. Yeah. But is that Sonic.exe? Just be lucky you don't have kids. You don't think I'm a dad already? Taking care of you guys from spamming Mario dildo.png in chat? Come on, son. The pot calling the kettle black. But yeah, what else was gonna say about the movie? Yeah, Keanu Reeves was really good as Shadow, and I really was intrigued by Shadow and his backstory and all that stuff. And again, Jim Carrey, I'm repeating what I said earlier. But yeah, very, very entertaining movie. You know, a movie sort of resonates with you when you want it to continue when it's done. So you go on the internet and look up trivia about the movie. That's what I did when I got home. I'm like, oh really? Oh shit, okay, you know. I love doing that. If I don't like a movie, I'm like, okay, I just want that erased from my memory. But I like Elba's Knuckles. He's a good Knuckles. Idris Elba, yeah. I noticed that his accent started slipping more and more. I think that Knuckles is not meant to have a British accent, but he has some like British vowel bending, and I'm like, what? The only sort of cringe-worthy moment in this movie is when Sonic goes to Japan and it goes Konnichiwa, and I was like, oh fuck is this? Fucking hell. But here's the thing. In a sort of meta quasi way, I think Sonic is meant to be kind of like, because he's like, I don't know how old Sonic is meant to be, but it's meant to be like a Sonic teenager that's like, whoa, you know, he's dickhead, you know. So you know, it's zoomerisms, you know. That's a typical Bill Clinton attitude. So that made me choke on a peanut M&M. I'll say this, I don't know what's up with movies nowadays. Maybe it's just my old man hearing, but man, movie theaters are not as fucking loud as I remember them. I remember seeing like Harry Potter 2 when it was released, and that shit was so fucking loud that I had to like put my hands on my ears and go, fuck, you know. And here, like, it's very enjoyable. The only problem is that when people are talking, thank goodness there's subtitles, because I'm like, huh, what? Some mixing is meant to be more atmospheric now. A lot of people were asking me, like, how was the dub? Too many people asked me that. Now, first of all, if you don't know, when I first was gonna watch Sonic 2 with Bacon, we accidentally went into the dub of the movie that was in Swedish. We sat there and I'm like, alright, here we go, alright. And then Sonic opens his fucking mouth and we're like, we actually walked out of the theater. We're like, this is gonna ruin my fucking movie experience. Not because the dubbing is bad, but I want the movie to actually be representing what the intention was, you know? Because they're gonna like slightly modify jokes and make it like, you know, to us. And I'm like, oh, you know, can't stand that, man. Bjorn the Hedgehog. There was a movie called Earthquake that used to have a giant subwoofer that caused people to vomit. Yeah, and like women came. It's just vomit and like just these throes of ecstasies. Don't go into that movie theater. It's fucking hell. Fluids everywhere. Okay, people are confused what I mean with that. Okay, so vibration in the vaginal area make a woman enjoy. Okay, I know you don't understand, but here I'm here to contextualize jokes. Okay, this is now you understand. What? Really? Okay. Anyway, but yeah, no, but I really enjoyed this. I read a fucking really funny fact, because again, I went home after watching the movie and I was reading up on the trivia, and there was something that Keanu Reeves did research at home. It was really weirdly worded. I gotta show you what I mean with this. Sonic 3 movie trivia. Okay. The theater was completely empty when I saw it. We saw it kind of late at night, at around like 7 p.m. But I kind of like watching late night movies, especially if you're completely alone. Anyway, check this out. So here's the trivia about this movie. By the way, I went to on the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 official website and I found an activity book for Christmas. And it has a Sonic the Hedgehog celebrating Kwanzaa. I need to show you that later, but for now, here we go. There's a lot of... oh, here we go. This is weird. This was incredibly weird. According to director Jeff Fowler, Keanu Reeves did, quote-unquote, research on Shadow the Hedgehog because he wanted to create a faithful version of the character. Okay, now I need to ask this. What do you mean? Did he go on a wiki, Keanu Reeves? Did he watch a YouTube video essay that was 8 hours? What does research mean? Did you play the game? Please, Keanu Reeves, we need answers. I mean, again, I can't really answer if his portrayal was extremely accurate and faithful and good. All I know is in the movie version is mostly how I know this character now, and I enjoyed it, you know. Keanu Reeves pissed on Jim Carrey's wife. Keanu Reeves looked up war crimes Shadow the Hedgehog has committed. It was pretty faithful, okay. I know the main difference, because I was reading through the wiki myself. In the Sonic Adventure 2 game, Maria has some sort of like incurable space disease. And that's why she's like up in space. And the space station is actually exclusive to the games only, and on in the movie it's more on Earth. She's got space AIDS according to chat. Okay. But the whole reason for Shadow the Hedgehog being created was to like cure her of this thing, you know. You're turning into Jabroni Mike. My goodness, my hair. She got shot in the video games. There was an actor in this movie, and I'm like, fuck, what is... I recognize her from somewhere. It was the woman, like, leader of Gun. Kristen Ritter. Where do I recognize Kristen Ritter from? Who the... It's like, goddamn, who is that? That's Jane from Breaking Bad? Oh, fuck, that's what it was! I was like, when the fuck... Why do I associate heroin with her? Like, what is Shadow the Hedgehog gonna slam a fucking syringe of heroin into his cock and just die? I'm like, no, it's fucking Breaking... God damn it, that's what it was! Oh, she was so recognizable, fuck! Oh, man. I wish Jesse Pinkman was in this movie. He would have been excellent. Let's see here. It continues the Jane hate. The reason I actually stopped watching Breaking Bad because of Jane. Like way back, like many years ago, I started watching it, and I'm like, oh no, Jesse's got a girlfriend now. And it's not that I didn't enjoy her character, but I'm like, no, I want this entire series to be a sausage fest with the boys, okay? I want them to just like sell meth and like eat Cheez-Its, okay? I don't want him to clean up his act and get all romantic. I'm like, fuck that, you know? So I stopped watching. I'm like, no, it's too much plot now. And it was actually Vinny who convinced me to like, okay, you shut the fuck up. We were in a bar and they were talking about Breaking Bad. I'm like, I kind of stopped around season 2. And he's like, just keep watching, you'll see what happens. I'm like, oh yeah? And he's like, yeah, she dies. And I'm like, oh good. Now, it wasn't the reason I stopped watching Breaking Bad. I was like busy at the time and he's got sidelined, but I like her. I like Jane because Jane is integral to Jesse's growth, and it's also an insanely big plot thing where, you know, Q shows up, and but she's cool. She's cool. I like her. I like her as an actor too. But yeah. So I was like, sure, Joe, whatever. Apology girl. Anyway, this movie, really enjoyed this movie, but one thing that I have to point out is that if I can log on to IMDb, yeah, here we go. Sonic 3. I think scores on IMDb is getting out of fucking control. Now, I know Rotten Tomatoes is the better website for this, but 7.3? Holy fucking shit. That's a pretty goddamn good score. Now, I enjoyed this movie, sure, but I think this might be more people saying, I fucking love Sonic, it gets a 10, you know? I haven't seen what the professional reviewers, I don't know what Siskel and Ebert are saying about this. I don't know if it's a thumbs up or thumbs down. I mean, it's a thumbs up for me, but, you know, yeah. The only bad piece of CGI in this movie that kind of made me laugh out loud was when Shadow the Hedgehog like breaks out of containment and he starts like fighting the gun guys, and it looked so silly because you have these people with a gun and this tiny little like Hedgehog CGI Muppet start kicking in the air, teleporting, and I'm like, this shit looks like a Garry's mod. It's, you know? The Knuckles show had that too. It works if it's just the Sonic characters fighting each other, but when there's like actual human beings, it looks very goofy, you know. There was some line that Sonic said to Shadow that kind of made me laugh too. He called him a hot topic reject, you know. One thing that was weird about this movie is, I guess, okay, let me be super cynical. I know why things are in movies. They're meant to sell toys, alright? And, why the fuck does Shadow the Hedgehog use a bike? What kind of bike is this? He literally walks faster than this, like an F-16 fighter jet. Because it's cool, Joey. Yeah, I guess. But at that point, where the fuck was Shadow the Hedgehog's MP5 shotgun, okay? I wanted to come up and go, ch-ch. What the hell, man? Does not represent the games at all. He had a gun, Joey. No, he didn't. He did have a... Where? Was I looking down for a second? When? He did. On the bike in Japan. He briefly had a laser pistol. It was in the... How the fuck did I miss that? I guess the movie theater was really dark or something. It was a sci-fi gun. Okay, maybe that's why I didn't register the cataclysmic disportrayal of this character. See, I wanted him to have like a chrome-plated Desert Eagle that said badass. Not one word, bad ass on it. You know, that's what I wanted. But I'm glad they at least included the bike from the games and some sort of gun thing. You know. Joel, it's seen in this trailer. You know, I'll say this too. Now, this is conspiratorial, or is there something wrong with my eyes maybe? But is it just me, or does Shadow the Hedgehog look the most like the actual character model from the games? Maybe it's something with the ice or something, but he looks like... Oh, that's pretty accurate, okay. Sonic looks a little off still, but I think it might be a carryover from the original movie, where they weren't quite 100% faithful, you know, after Ugly Sonic. And, you know, now they're just like, people just want the fucking games, you know? And that's what I like about this movie, that it's like the games. Now, again, it's a little hypocritical because, again, I haven't fully played all of them, so I really can't tell you if it's biblically accurate. But from what I saw and through general osmosis of my understanding of the franchise, I think it was good, you know? They got one of the OG animators for Shadow the Hedgehog on PlayStation 2. I did read about that, actually, yeah. And he was very, quote-unquote, proud to put it on the big screen. So my mom said Shadow was cute. You better watch out. He's gonna... Ooh, a new dad, you know? There was a bit of a throwaway thing here in the movie, and I was like, fuck yeah. It was... Robotnik was watching this telenovela. I forgot what it's called, but it was something about the Passion. And it's just two dudes dueling with a crossbow, and I'm like, okay, more of that, please. Because Shadow loves Latinas. What? What? Lamau, the soap opera. What? True. He does canon. It's a meme? What the fuck are you talking about? It's a meme. What? He doesn't. It's a huge meme. Wow, okay. Here's a video about it. I can't believe he said this. What the fuck is this?
Give me back my passport! Why do you want to go to Mexico?
I just love Latinas, Sonic.
What?
Adios, amigo.
This video has 5 million views from a year ago. Did they somehow, in a short notice, squeeze in this because of this video? No, that can't be it. It's just a coincidence funny, I guess. Yes. So, I actually had no idea who Gerald was. I had seen him before, you know, on screenshots. I'm like, who the fuck is that? Like, is that good version Eggman? Did they have a personality? But I had no idea what this character was, you know. Has Gerald, the scientist, been in more games besides 2? Because you only see Eggman. I mean, they're very similar, I suppose, but, no. He was from just Adventure 2. He gets executed in 2. Yeah, but that doesn't stop anybody in video games. Somehow Palpatine came back. Gerald's death in the movie, I thought, was gonna be funnier, but I just stood there and I thought it was kind of disrespectful. There's a big fart joke in how he dies. Eggman basically gives him the Naruto, like, 1,000 years of pain, the finger up the butt, you know, like that, from underneath. And they play fart on empathy going, and it goes, wow, and flies into space. And it was like, that's how he dies. And you know, but oh, I forgot to tell you my favorite part of this movie. Again, I really like Shadow. I like Keanu Reeves' portrait. I like all the characters, you know. I like the team dynamic and all that shit. But my absolute top favorite fucking thing in this entire movie was when Gerald and Eggman make up for lost time, and they have birthdays and go on roller coaster rides, and it's, wouldn't it be nice if... I was like, yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. The biggest laugh out moment in this movie was Gerald's dressed as Santa, and they're like reenacting a Christmas that Eggman never had. He's Santa sneaking into a house, and Eggman is like behind a door frame, and he sees Santa, and this looked straight out of Jackass or something. It was like not at all like the other parts of the movie. I laughed out loud. Gerald is near a Christmas tree, and in this flat shot, Jim Carrey runs into him and tackles him into the wall, and it's like violent as shit. I'm like, what the fuck? There's the trailer. Oh, that's in the trailer. Okay, good. Yeah. I feel bad for this the henchman of Eggman, Agent Stone. Like, he's like, dude, I love you, dude. Like, come on, just suck my dick or whatever, and he gets nothing out of it. And at the very end, when, spoilers, Eggman sacrifices himself, you know, he's like, oh man, like, fuck. Eggman's like, yo, listen, I'm gonna give you one thing. Okay, thanks for helping me and all that shit, but by the way, my life sucked, Lamau, and he dies. Like, basically it. I feel this character's just in agony all the time, man. You suck it, man, one time. He's gonna come back. He's gonna come back again, but as Eggman's negative. It's like good Eggman? Gerald is both in Adventure 2 and Shadow Generations. Okay, somehow Eggman returned. After watching the movie, would you give Shadow Generations a try? It's pretty good. I think I want to play Sonic Adventure 2 first. You know, that's what I want to do. I really want to get into it, especially still riding off the high of watching this movie. But you know, all I remember from Sonic Adventure 2 is those god-awful facial animations Whoa, this is happening! You know, but I definitely am looking forward to hearing all that Crush 40 music. Speaking of, my goodness, my fucking goodness, they played Live and Learn. The movie like starts with Maria playing the riff on an acoustic guitar, and I'm like, oh shit, okay. And then they sort of play it in a sort of theatrical version with, you know, the cinema score and everything. But my version was personalized because Bill Clinton was in the fucking movie theater nowhere in fucking northern Sweden. I was watching it, and they start playing it, and then they start finding, you know, dun 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 dun. In fact, I can tell you exactly how this went on. So, you know, they're fighting, and Sonic the Hedgehog's like, I'm gonna fuck you up, bitch. I'm gonna fucking school you. I'm gonna take you to Browntown Beach. And Shadow the Hedgehog goes, God damn, son, you gonna fuck me up? Bitch, I'm gonna call an ambulance already. Bitch, gonna get finna beat, doughy. And, you know, and they start walking towards each other, you know, JoJo style. And this starts playing. I'm like, the leaks for real, ladies and gentlemen. I couldn't believe it, but it do be true. But the problem with this whole thing, the fight scene starts, Bill Clinton jumps up in 3, 2, 1. And I'm going, Bill! Bill! And I'm just doing the cartwheels, I'm going exciting. And one of the security guys have to take out a blow dart and go boom, into my neck. And I fall asleep and I miss the entire fight. Not very nice. But, you know, once I woke up, they were on the moon. And, why does this story sound familiar? Oh, no reason. You know what I love about this song? Is that I wasn't making this song because this movie was coming out. It was incidental that I played Sonic on the Commodore 64. We looked it up on the wiki because somebody pointed out in the White House. And it said Bill Clinton was the inspiration behind Sonic. And I'm like, ha 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 ha. And then an XSplit gag happened where I colored Bill Clinton blue. And I'm like, man, I should cover this song because I'm playing the song to it. And here we are. Impeccable timing. Yeah. It all kind of clicked together. A lot of people have been asking me, can you make a straight up cover? Can you stop with the meme lyrics? And you will never have that. You know what I asked for? This is the best version. By the way, the reason this is a saxophone is because Mike requested it. I don't know, but maybe it's because I'm playing this in a different key. But I don't think you guys hear that I was trying to rip off the Star Spangled Banner right here. Oh, I heard it. Okay, cool. Anyway, yeah, so all in all, really enjoyed it. Very nice, you know. I hope that we do get a Sonic 4. I'm not that excited about Amy, though. I know a lot of people, like, lost their shit. I'm sorry, spoilers. But, maybe I was tapped out at the end of the movie, but there wasn't, like, an audible gasp from the audience. Like, Amy! You know. But, for me, maybe because I don't like Amy. I find I find that I want the characters to be four dudes, okay? Sonic, Tails, Shadow, and Knuckles, okay? I hope that when Amy's on screen, she gets a big hammer and beats up people. That's all my criteria, okay? I do not want... I don't want a Sonic date, okay? I don't want them to do that. I want Amy to get a big hammer and brain the people. No, but I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to it. I wish she said something at the end. Maybe she did. Maybe because I was memeing at the very end. Let's see here. Yeah, let's kill people with hammers instead. Sonic Canon GF is Aerith from 06. Wait. Have I misunderstood this? Amy is not Sonic's girlfriend? No. Never has. What? He fucking hates her. Really? That's what you hated her. I don't hate any character. I'm fucking memeing. I don't know, man. I always just thought that Amy's just there to be the girl version or something. I don't know, man. Again, I don't know the fucking canon here. She's not interested. Oh, okay. Well, that's gonna be cool for the movie. All right. Maybe. Oh, I got the perfect scene. This is from someone who doesn't get a fucking. Oh, how about this? I can write the script. Hang on. Sonic sees Amy and he goes with his, dialogue. He's like, "Whoa, mamma mia, who is she?" And Tails goes, "Yo, Sonic, I think that girl over there really likes you." And he goes, "Well, let me just put on the charm." And he goes up, "Well, hello." This is fucking the Zelda cartoon. "Well, hello, my name is Sonic." And she goes, "You get the fuck out of my fucking face. I'll kill you fucking old style." Gets that big hammer. Thunk! Fucking anvil in the head. That movie's gonna make $15 in the fucking theaters. I'll see it, man. Hire this man. I think I just remember most stuff from like Sonic X. I'm sorry that that's not the best versions of anything, but did Sonic X pull accurate lore from the games? Like, did they explain the whole Maria thing and Gerald and stuff like that? Because I think I want to marathon that series. Maybe that might be a bad idea, because it might be a lot of stuff to consume. But but I generally liked the story. I did, man. It was simple and But I felt Sonic had read the script in advance, because I think his name is Tom the Donut Lord. When he is injured by Shadow, Sonic overreacts a ton just to kind of tell Shadow, like, "Hey man, I'm also losing somebody." And Shadow, I would want Shadow to be like, "Oh, get the fuck out of here. He's not that hurt, man." Because the whole thing was to mirror that Sonic loses a loved one, like Shadow lost Maria, right? And Sonic was like overcompensating from a tiny little jab. And he goes, "Oh my god, wake up! Jesus fucking Christ, he's dead! You killed him! He's fucking dead! Jesus!" And I'm like, whoa. And it's like crying and he's just fucking going nuts. And I'm like, dude, he's just knocked out, man. But yeah, Shadow's like, "Good, I did what I had to do. Now you see that I also have pain, So this is good, but how does Obama factor into all of this? Watch Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom. I also felt like there was a plot thing here in the game in the movie that I'm not sure was in the same in the game, where he built this giant space laser to basically eviscerate all of the planet's life and everything, and that didn't make a lot of sense to me. I know Gerald was meant to be an insane, like, doctor scientist, but what the fuck is with that? There's a trope where the big bad says, "I will destroy the world." And at that point I'm like, yeah, but if you do that, there won't be any Slurpees. Like, isn't life, being alive, about drinking Slurpees and enjoying? Like, everybody dies? What's the point? I mean, I know you're crazy, but play the game. Gerald did say it will kill him too. Yeah, that's what I liked. I liked that he actually acknowledged how stupid this is. You know? Like, why? Don't play the game, okay. I just didn't understand. I know he was, like, mad, but even Eggman is like, dude, you sound like an idiot. What the fuck is your problem, man? I know you're crazy, but no. Evil alien shit, brain rot. Oh yeah, by the way, so spoilers again, you've been hearing spoilers throughout the entire stream, but I will say this. So Shadow the Hedgehog takes the space orbital laser thing and, you know, sacrifice himself with it. And once it does, the fucking thing opens up the wormhole from Deep Space Nine. And I stood up and I pointed and I said, "Yo, Odu, Quark, Benjamin Sisko." It's like the exact same graphic and everything. But anyway, so they had to get fucking security out there. And Baker was like, "Just shit the fuck does it?" And I'm just going like this. And they went boom in my neck with a blow dart and had to be escorted out. So after seeing the movie 13 more times and not overreacting at all, you know, seeing the end credits of the movie, I was very happy and satisfied, you know. It was a decent movie, man, and I enjoyed it. I hope that they get this out on streaming services soon, because I have a lot of friends that are like Sonic fans, but they don't have, you know, $15 to spare to see this. So, unfortunately, I did not camcord this entire movie on, Kaza, so you cannot see this movie from my angle. But I did film the ending of the movie, because I was very, very surprised by the cameo appearance at the very, very end. Let's do that. Do. Do this real quick. Sorry for the wait and all that jazz. So, if you're not familiar with this, every Sonic movie that I see, they drop a little bit of, surprise at the end. Morbius style, Endgame, all that jazz. Ironically, I don't think Endgame actually had post-credits, but whatever. And on the first movie, they teased Tails. And of course, Mario showed up. And in Sonic 2... goddamn Shadow was in the teaser. And what I saw in the movie theater blew my expectations. I did not anticipate that they would actually put this character in. They put 2 characters. Okay. This blew my fucking mind. Watch this.
Tip. If you're gonna take a shot at the fastest creature in the universe, you better not miss. I'm flattered by the cosplay, but you got a few details wrong. I can't blame you though. It's hard to copy perfection.
I couldn't believe.
outfit. Animatronic. Nightmare Freddy. Oh, you chica.
I couldn't believe Five Nights at Freddy's. And then.
What? Who are you?
Oh my god, Jumpman. Jumpman.
Princess Peach. Princess Peach was in it all along. I could not fucking believe. I could not believe it. My goodness. The actual one, real. Okay, but I am looking forward to it. Like, all jokes aside, it's gonna be fun seeing another character, Amy. But I think they're kind of fucking themselves in a little way because you know, all the fans want this character and this character in it. And I'm not familiar enough with Amy to like know. Like, I just remember in Sonic X, she was like quite angry all the time and just beat people up with hammers. So I don't know if that will be the same here. But I'm going to enjoy the introduction of that character to the rest of the crew. Maybe Knuckles and Amy could get along because they're both like, well, Knuckles isn't really angry, but combative. I don't know. But I really enjoyed it. Final words about this. I think Keanu Reeves did an excellent job voice acting Shadow. I think he brought a lot of character to it by playing it straight. I enjoyed the actual Sonic Shadow the Hedgehog character in this movie. I was surprised by that. And just the dynamic of like Tails, Knuckles, and Sonic. I enjoyed him. And I enjoy, what's his name? Ben Schwartz as Sonic. I know doing the Sonic voice, you know. But I think he's perfect for the role. And I just love the personality. I know the writing can be a little like goofy, but I don't know. I had a good time with it, man. You know, and it made me want to play more of these games in the end. And that's the biggest compliment I can give it. Like, I'm more interested in the plot now. And I'm sure that maybe once I actually start playing it, I'm like, ooh, the movie was better. But no. Listen, they have to have an inspirational source from somewhere, and I want to see where it all comes from. So definitely do a Sonic Adventure 2 stream at some point. Maybe restream all of Shadow the Hedgehog. But final note about this. One more thing. Jim Carrey, fantastic as Robotnik. I know he said something like, this is final role because to kill off the character, but yeah, fucking right. Give that man $20 and he'll do anything. Okay. But final thing about this, I read in an interview where the movie guy who made this, movie guy, he said something about a potential crossover with the Mario universe. Now that is fucked up. Okay. If Sonic the Hedgehog and Super Duper Mario is on screen, that is going to make me lose it, okay? If I start seeing the big fight against Bowser and Sonic has been defeated, he's laying there all bloody, and he goes, Mario, there's one more thing we can do. And Mario goes, oh shit, mamma mia, and all that shit, boys. What up, my main man? And Sonic goes, we have one more thing. I thought I'd never use it, but this is the moment, Mario. And, you know, they play, live and learn. And boom, Master Emerald comes out of Sonic's pocket. And Mario goes, oh shit, finna get that emerald. Goddamn, dude, lol. And he eats it, and then, you know, dun 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 dun. It's a Mario. And Master goes, God dang, son. Shit, get my finna ass beat though, you know. No, fuck that script. Throw it in the bin. Boom. Here's what they do. Fusion Ha Somari Real 2025. Okay. Super Mario Cinema. No, but overall, okay, final thoughts about this. Really enjoyed this. The Sonic movies have always been fun to watch. I think the least good one is Sonic 1, because it was just like a buddy cop thing, awkwardly introducing you to Sonic, and it was fine. But now seeing that all these movies have transcended into more like lore accurate representation of these characters, Eggman actually looking like Eggman, you know, you have the whole crew, you know, it's going to be interesting, and I enjoy it. I enjoy these characters. I like the stories, and But it was an anecdotal thing I didn't ever address before. I said, there's a bit of a problem where they keep introducing these new characters. Because Shadow, I've got Tails, blah, blah, blah. And I've got Amy. But there are so many characters in this universe. And by having them more and more and more and more, that will mean that one day we will get my main man. Big the fucking cat is coming home, boys. Okay. The fishing movie. They have to win the Oz tournament. The boss tournament. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. The only bad line that I heard in this entire movie was actually in the trailer. It was Shadow the Hedgehog awkwardly saying, "You're a colorful bunch." It just felt like part-time. Like, what? Take it, went with? I like that line. No, I like the line. It's just kind of weirdly read, but again, I really enjoy the other voice acting in it. Revenge Squawk. The producers unironically want to get Big Rouge and Team Chaotix into the movie universe. You know what they should do? Get that robot in! Ed 201. Fuck, what is his name? Omega Gamma. Yeah, get that guy in, shoot a missile, Like, no expectations. My criteria if a movie's good or not. You'll get that robot to shoot a rocket. That'd be awesome. For 2 hours. Fuck it. 10 out of 10. His name is E102 Gamma. Okay. Who should voice act the robot? Fucking, you don't need no voice acting. You got fucking Microsoft Sam. Shit, man. Come on. Voice acting. Come on. Microsoft Sam, TTS. Download the waves. Chuck them in. Post-processing. Boom. There was an Omega doll in the prison scene. Really? I didn't notice that. I'm sure there's a ton of references in this movie that I missed, too. That people are like, holy shit, yeah. He's a bird in mecha suit. Oh, really? The AI TikTok voice. We have to get the Master Emerald. Top 10 recipes. Anyway. Yeah, that's my Sonic movie review. I enjoyed. I thought it was good. Go see this movie. Tell the clerk working at the counter, said, "Yo, can I get the Joey voucher?" And he goes, "The Joey voucher," and that's what you do, right? Be like, come here. Like, get real close to me, like, Vinesauce Joey, okay, Mr. Fecal Funny. And he goes, Sire, my apologies. I didn't know you were a part of the clique. See the movie for free. And if he gives you trouble, talk to me, all right? I work at a theater. If I hear anybody say that to me, they get to watch the movie for fucking free. Well, nobody knows who Star Hero, what movie theater, but I'll tell you what, keep trying until you find one that will do it, okay? Yeah, it'll fucking work, yeah. Joel, did you enjoy the toxic yaoi in the movie? The toxic yaoi? What the fuck does that mean? There was a part where Gerald got a giant yaoi hand. Fist. He got a big fist. Are you talking about that? Big fist. Okay. He doesn't know. No, I don't. No. What is this now? First I learned about Shadow the Hedgehog liking, like, Latina women, and now... What are your thoughts on the late Kirby movie? Can't wait to see it. Who is Gerald? Am I mispronouncing his name? Am I that stupid? Gerald, like, the grandfather Robotnik. I'm not saying it wrong, right? Gerald from The Witcher. Okay. Okay, you are correct. Okay, final thoughts, as I said. Maybe better than Sonic 2. Maybe. But I feel you should probably watch these movies back to back. You know, I wonder how many people were watching this on their first viewing, not knowing what the fuck the previous movies were, and just being extremely confused. Hey, you know what? You know what? This brings me to the biggest flaw of this movie. I praised this movie, but you know what's a fucking huge detriment of this? Why the fuck is Sonic not being incredibly inquisitive, being like, what the fuck? Yo, what the hell? Where you from, man? What? I thought I was the only one. I mean, I know Tails and Knuckles and all that chat, but what the fuck? Where do you come from? Like, what? You look like me, man. And like, what, you some kind of clone? He asked the general, dude. Oh, I must have missed that. He doesn't care. You stop thinking about it. Why couldn't they breathe on the moon? And why would they keep shooting my neck with blow darts? Yo, who is the singer of My Chemical Romance? I don't know. James Hetfield? Joel, it's a cartoon hedgehog. Yeah, but come on. I get invested and I start asking questions. And I don't like that because they keep shooting blow darts in my neck. Why could they breathe on the moon? Why did Dio kick with his bad leg? And who really died that day? Okay, someone said, did you see the real ending or did you not stay for all the credits? Ooh. You're telling me that when Princess Peach, that was not the end? No, oh, there was more? No. What? What? See, you're not pulling my leg here. What? Oh, fuck! I did that. What? Fucking hell, are you fucking serious? Okay, this is the first time oh, fuck, man. You're not kidding me. Man, everybody started walking with... I thought it was it. I'm like, oh, that's it. I cannot believe, guys. Shadow the Billhog was alive! What the fuck, man? Heihachi returned! I cannot believe! Alright, guys, I've talked enough about this. Yeah, if you don't want to see this movie, but it comes out on streaming later on, call up your friends on Discord, and you'll be, like, pleasantly surprised. It's not, like, bad. I mean, not that the previous movies were bad, but generally entertaining. I mean, don't take it so goddamn seriously. It's a Sonic movie, you know. But, yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked it. You want to score on it? I give it 4.5 silly dog out of 5. Maybe it's 4 because there was not enough swearing in it. You know, I watch HBO, and if movies don't show hardcore skin on skin like that with swearing, I don't think it's kino, as they say. Will I see Nosferatu? No. I don't think that, because I'll watch Shadow of the Vampire with my main man, Willem Dafoe, instead. Nosferatu. Thanks, Corellian. Thanks, man. Alright, guys. I'll be right back. Enough.